So this is the first episode of the liberal conservative drive along vlog, and I think I'll get a mic and maybe some other things and see how this goes. First episode, honesty off the bat, this is a pseudonym that I'm posting under. First off, what is a liberal conservative? It's basically a conservative with libertarian views. Hey, let's not spend money we don't have, and also let people smoke weed and marry who the hell they want. If you think that you are a girl and you want to be a girl and call yourself a girl, fine. I don't care. It's freedom. Do what the hell you want. But don't try to tell me that I have to use a set of pronouns that you made up, that don't exist in the English language. I have transgender friends. I call them she because they go by she. It's just, when I'm talking to them in person, I usually use their name, because using pronouns when you're talking face to face with someone is really weird. You normally only talk using pronouns when the person's not around, so it's just, you don't even, anyway. But, so basically that's the liberal conservative. I want people to be able to do what they want, but I also want, our government to stay as much out of people's affairs as possible. I'm not some crazy libertarian that thinks that we shouldn't have any taxes, or that, government should do next to nothing. There needs to be things that the government does do, and a lot of things they do poorly and should be, done by the free market. That's besides the point. And then on to the reason that I'm posting under a pseudonym. I had an experience with it once. People were making up claims and threatening to tell my job that I grabbed his wife's ass because I was telling him facts. I was basically just telling him, just facts. This, and this happened, and then my opinion on it. And he got mad because my opinion was that he wasn't a good parent. So he started getting this whole argument, and then threatened to, go to where I work and call where I work and tell people that I grabbed his wife's ass, while they were at my place of business. And that was the first time I realized that it was getting bad, and you can't have an opinion that's different from extremist angry people without them trying to threaten your livelihood. You can't try to get out there in the free market of ideas and just talk and talk about these things and have discussions. And yeah, some of the things you say are going to be stupid. Not everybody says smart things all the time. There are very few people that say smart things all the time. And the difference is that when you say these stupid things and somebody provides facts on why they're stupid, you need to admit that and, change the way you look at it or move on. You can't just get angry and try to get people fired and just all the stuff that's going on right now. And it's just, I've always wanted to get things off my chest, and it's hard holding them in. Just knowing or not knowing who out there on social media is looking and trying to, just waiting for their next thing to get their thrill, to get someone fired, or to just because they have a different opinion or different idea on a topic or a policy. And this really is more to get things off of my chest, this vlog, and just stop holding things in so much. I do notice that just holding it in, I get angrier and maybe more worried about, things that are going on in the world than I should be. And hopefully by getting them off my chest and just ranting about them, even if no one's listening, just saying it out loud sometimes helps you process your thoughts. Your internal monologue is it's different. It's not the same as saying it out loud. When you're saying it in your head or you're thinking it when you're on those long, drives home and by yourself in the car or something, your thoughts, your internal monologue, it's not the same. Right? Sometimes you need to say something out loud to hear that it's stupid for yourself. And so maybe by just doing this and give myself a reason to do it and all that. I'm never going to monetize this account because that would be stupid. I don't want money from this. I don't want attention from this. I don't want anybody to try and track down my real, identity through this. It's just a way for me to vent, an easy way for me to keep track of my train of thoughts over the years, and I don't know, just maybe build my own, repository of thoughts. So, I don't think I can really think of too much else. There's a lot weighing on my mind and a lot just going through it right now. I mean, today is, 19th of September, I think? Yeah, I think it's the 19th. And there's just so much stupid going on in the world. There's just... Don't get me wrong. Between the right and the left, both sides have issues. Both sides just are extreme. But the left is going just so far left. Like, I've voted both sides of the aisle. I've voted for Democrats. I've voted for Republicans. I've worked on policy with Democrats. I've worked on policy with Republicans. But in the last, especially since Trump, and Trump has definitely made it worse. His rhetoric is terrible. It's just awful. He shouldn't say the shit that he says, but he does. And we've got to deal with it. And, policies that have come out of his administration, not terrible. Don't hate them. I think some of them are working very well for us. The economy's going very good right now. So, on that aspect at least, that takes a lot of stress, off. But his rhetoric does exacerbate things a lot with the left. So, but the left is just getting so extreme. Like, it's like somebody on the internet is trolling you, and you're just taking the bait, and you just keep getting angrier, and then now you're sitting at your computer and refreshing your screen and checking your phone and waiting for the update, and waiting for them to. I'm gonna go ahead and not order while I'm finishing this rant up. We're at 8 minutes now, so I'll try to cap it at 10. Someone's sitting there refreshing, trying to, get in this argument. It's just fueling them. They're getting angrier and angrier and saying stupider and stupider things. It's just... And they keep taking the bait. And I really do want, there to be people on the left that are reasonable. We need different ideas. We need a diversity of ideas in this world, in this government, and in this country to make it, stay great. It is a great place to live. This is a great country. Regardless of what anyone says, whoever they're angry at, this is a great country to live in. Nowhere else in the world are people of every race, creed, and religion more accepted and tolerated and live freely, living their lives as they want than here. And the only people that give them shit about it are the people that are just stupid. And I'm really tired of the shit from, the left. And don't like Trump's rhetoric. And it makes them worse, and they just take the bait and win this endless loop of, fuckery. So, I had the AC vents closed, so hopefully this wasn't incredibly terrible audio quality wise. And I'm gonna get some Dunkin' Donuts here and call it a night on this first inaugural episode of the Liberal Conservatives ride along vlog. I'm only gonna do it in the car because it's the best place. It's where I do most of my thinking. So you're gonna get very familiar with my odometer. We're gonna be trying to maximize our fuel economy while at the same time getting just everything off our chest that we can. And if anybody does see this and watches the whole thing all the way to this point at the end, I know my thoughts can ramble. I know my brain jumps from one thing to another, and sometimes I'm gonna make connections in my brain that aren't gonna be obvious, and I'm gonna jump to something. And I appreciate you just rolling with that. And anybody that likes it, cool. Anybody that doesn't like it, I don't care. I'm not going to get into arguments with people in the comments. I'm not going to disable comments or likes or anything like that. I'm going to do the least amount of work adminning this channel as possible. As this lady's having a really hard time getting in the hotel. So yeah, feel free to like, comment, share, do whatever you want, ignore, scroll past, and but this is gonna be my forum for getting shit off my chest. So if you're here, welcome, and thanks for listening, and talk to you tomorrow.